Alright everyone, so today I am going to show you how to take the fuel rail off without taking the coils, either for a fuel regulator job or a fuel injector job. The reason why I wanted to make this video is because to get that little sucker off, it's really hard. It'll tear your hands up trying to get in there. You can try to get the coils off, but to be successful to take the seat clamp off, it's impossible. I try to put a mirror in the back. It's just terrible, guys. I don't advise to even try. Might as well just take it all off. Be professional about it. But yeah, it'll tear your hands up, and man, it's a pain in the butt. But pretty much you need a 10 mil, you know, what always everybody looks for is a 10 mil. Dude, where's the 10 mil? And if you have extensions, I seem to lost mine. Like, I didn't have extensions, so I had to use something else to get to these bolts at the bottom for the fuel rail. It holds the fuel rail, which the bolts are right there, two, and there's two over there. There's two in each side. There's one in the back down here. Easy to get, not too bad. But you take those bolts off on that side, and you take these two bolts on this side, right here and right here, which they're right here. And also you have to take this manifold thing off from the manifold. Might be like the fuel regulator vacuum line thing. Don't know exactly what it is. Sorry guys. But that one is kind of a pain in the butt in the beginning. You'll have to find one that fits your socket or your ratchet. That way you can, you know, break it, because it's kind of tight the first round. I've taken it apart already once because I had a leaky fuel injector, and I was never able to successfully get that freaking thing over there off without taking the fuel rail off. But I just put a new seal in that fuel injector, and it stopped leaking. That's all it was. The rubber piece was pinched. But I decided to just go ahead and get new fuel injectors because it's got 100k miles, so it's about time to replace them, get better fuel mileage and better throttle I don't know what to call it. But yeah. And here are the injectors. They are, I believe, refurbished, but they're real cheap, so beats getting them from the auto store, which the auto stores are probably like $100 or so, and I bought all these for like $50. So we got the all four screws off, and we got the little regulator manifold thing off, and all it is just to pull the rail off the injectors. And here, I need to take this off, this little clamps off. But I forgot, you need a, oh my goodness, trying to hold this video and do this at the same time is impossible. Here, I'm going to just set it down and we'll get this rail up. We'll work it out. Won't take very long. Come on, little thing. Oh, this little prep is being a pain in the butt. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. It was kind of pain in the butt for these little rubber things. This was flipped around, that's why I had a hard time. It's supposed to be on that side. But, so the fuel line's off, right? So, next part is you gotta take the first injectors off for you to be able to get it out. And I want to be able to get it out, that way I can easily put in the injectors without, you know, pinching the seal or anything like that. That way I can just, you know, easily put them on there, all 6 of them. All you really need to take these little clamp, I put this one backwards, these two, that way I can get it off easier instead of trying to get it off when they're flipped on that side. I don't know why they're like that. I feel like if you flip it around, it's a lot easier. Just in case you ever want to take one off, you can just easily pull the fuel rail off, take the clip off, remove the injector, and replace it. But I think the first go, they're all going to be flipped around. And all you do is take the screwdriver and you work it out. It's just a little clip. Trying to hold this and doing this kind of a pain. Sorry if I have to put the phone down. Alright, so we got the injector off right there, the first one. Just take it off. We're gonna go to the other side. Sorry if the camera, guys, I'm not doing the camera so good, 'cause I'm one man trying to show you guys this frustration. Take that plug off whenever you're able to get it off easier, because if you try to, it's gonna be a pain in the butt. So I'm gonna work this one out as well. I'm gonna set this phone down. See a little bit. That's pain. Probably can't see, but I'm gonna work it out. And there it is. Make sure you guys leave the car sitting, you know, that way it's not hot as well. You can touch it, it won't be hot. But whenever you leave it sitting, it loses pressure on the fuel line. But I'm gonna try to work it out. Trying to hold the phone's kind of being a pain, but I'm gonna try to put it somewhere where you guys can possibly see. There we go. Right here. There it is. Alright, so here's the fuel line. I'm just gonna remove this injector. Try to make it easier, guys. Easy peasy. Oh, it's been a pain. There we go. And you pulled it out. Boom. Right there. Alright, so we managed to wiggle it out. There it is. You'll be able to easily remove them and replace them without, you know, hurting. Alright guys, so we're back. We successfully removed it. You'll be able to take these off and replace them easily, you know, without struggling. Just make sure you're careful with this line. It's very important. these lines right there. Also, if you have dirty dirty plugs down that way, it's probably best if you clean around it. The easiest way is if you're replacing these or something, the injectors, or if you have other injectors somewhere, just old ones, just put them on top. That way you close the hole to seal it like that, and then you clean around them. You put all of them on there and you go around, clean around them. What I'm gonna do right now, I'm probably gonna do that when I take these injectors off, and I'm gonna probably do like some brake cleaner or some kind of cleaner stuff to get all that stuff around off of it, and that way I have nice little clean spots right there. It's not going to be perfect, but as long as you get it around whatever's off of it, it's fine. I wouldn't try to put a cloth right now in there and try to get it off, because you can get stuff in there, but that's the best way to get that job done. And here's your fuel regulator. If you're doing that job, you can easily get your C clamp off whenever you need it, which is the best way to do it, guys. Don't tear your hands up, especially if you got big hands. Yeah, it's gonna be impossible. It's better off just taking the rail off. Alright, so I'm gonna clean around those two. They're not too bad, like I was saying. Put the old injectors, clean it up, that'll be it. And that's how you take the fuel rail off without taking the coils. Easy peasy. You work it out easily. Don't push it too strong. You only need a 10 mil, to be honest. And if you have extensions, you probably won't need to do alternative stuff. And that's pretty much what all I needed, was a 10 mil and that to get this job done. So, oh, and can't forget about the screwdriver, and never mind, guys, there's more tools and that guy. That's it. Alright, guys, this is Delta. I'm out. Don't forget, this is an update on the Firebird 2000. We're gonna do an update. So we got the fuel rail back on, the bolts, all 4 bolts bolted back. I'm gonna give you guys a tip on that. Set everything down, align everything, set it down. Don't just crank them all down. Do it by hand first with the socket. Just do it by hand, screw them down one by one, slowly pushing them down. That way it doesn't pinch the seal or break the seal. And bolt them all 4 of them down by hand until you can't go no more. Then start bolting them with the ratchet all around. You rotate as well. That way you don't pinch the seal and it gets back in there easily. Alright, after that, pretty much is done. I got the manifold piece back on. One thing I want to tell you guys about that is the seal. It's probably gonna go bad. I would just buy a new one and replace it like I did, because mine was tore up. And pretty much it's done. It's just plug in the fuel injectors. I didn't number the coils or anything like that. I'll probably do that, with the marker now that I have one. Go ahead and unline the spark plug wires correct. That way I know which one it is now, and get them all situated, line them up. get the coils on, but that's about it. Replace all your injectors, they're all in. Easily. And that's back in. And then this car should run really soft, have a better throttle response, and also fuel mileage is going to be nicer. It's going to run a lot smoother. It's pretty much what you do. You try to get some new injectors in there. They're really expensive at the auto store, but if you buy them online somewhere, I'm sure you'll find a nice set for just as much as you would buy one at the auto store. Alright guys, don't know what else. I'm going to change serpentine belt as well because it's all cracked. It needs to be changed ASAP. And that, it should be running good for a while. Alright guys.